reload this. Should say that I'm live. Hopefully. Gotta go to Twitch as well. Twitch, tell me I'm live, please. There we are. We're live. Now I just gotta do a test. And reload YouTube, let that do a test as well. Tell me I'm live, please. So they are working with the mic, and everything is working properly. Sweet. I can undo display capture. We're just gonna be doing some practice typing because I am not very good or fluent in typing under any format. I want to do Colmac, but I only have a QWERTY keyboard, so we're going to be typing with that. I have some lemonade here that I'm going to be sipping down on, given the duration, you know, for the duration of the stream, I suppose. It's Minute Maid Zero Sugar Pink Lemonade. I love lemonade. It is possibly my favorite beverage of all time, above energy drinks, believe it or not. What does this do? Does this do anything? Okay, well, I just changed my audio a little bit. That's okay. Hopefully the mic audio is good on your guys' end. Un momento. I must move some items on my desk. What is that? Okay, that's what that is. I have little room in my space. Little room on my desk anywhere. At all times, it seems. There, that should be better. Alright, let's do it. We are currently working on our J's and K's and our L's and semicolons. I am striving for above 50 words per minute, above 95% accuracy, and if I fail to meet that threshold, then I will simply redo the lesson. So whereas this one, we are only at 43.6 words per minute and 98% accuracy, we have failed to meet the threshold of 50 words per minute. And the reason I say above 95% accuracy is because that keeps the errors relatively under just about 10, so to keep it simple and less complex and complicated, we're not going to include the errors or keys per second, whereas errors is relative to accuracy and keys per second is relative to words per minute. So we are just going to keep it short and simple. I just realized I completely forgot to check Discord, so excuse me while I do that really quickly. There we go. Alright, here we go. Second. All right. We are now going to begin typing. We are going to work on, this one is my favorite because that's my highest words per minute accuracy with 0 errors. Somehow a higher words per minute but less keys per second. So I'm not entirely sure how those two correlate, but that's okay. We're going to have to redo this one. So when I get to the bottom here as well, I'm going to start top to bottom. So that way I make sure I get the practice I need. So we're just going to go ahead and move along with this one. Gotta position my hands here. I'm still like learning positions and stuff. Here we go. Alright, here we go. Gotta remember things. JJJ, JJJ, KKK, KKK, JJJ, KKK, LLL, LLL, semi, LLL, semi, oh shit, messed up. JJJ, LLL, KKK, semi, KKK, da. Oh yeah, see, you guys get it. Oh, see, I'm already messing up. It's very hard for me to, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna have to restart anyways because I already messed up my accuracy. And I guarantee you I'm not going to hit the, mark of above 50 words per minute. I can almost guarantee it. that's only because I am bad at typing. Oh, god damn it, I'm getting like tripped up. LJ, LK, LL, I see, I already messed up. 30, see, that's rough. That's rough. Working with all of them. Maybe I should go top to bottom again just to make sure I have everything situated, just so I can get like a refeeler for my keys. Let's try this going just top to bottom. Immediately messed up. Oh wow, it just reset everything. Oops. Didn't mean to do that. Oh well, that's alright. Do this again. Immediately messed up again. See, that's how I know. This is how I know I need massive improvement. I am not okay with 96% accuracy at 61 words per minute. I would much rather bring this down to a low 50, maybe 55, and bring this accuracy up. So we're gonna go ahead and restart that. I do not, I do not like that score. That is what I would say marginally the best possible outcome. I mean, obviously a higher accuracy with a high words per minute would be good here, but I genuinely don't think words per minute applies. I think we should be focusing at keys per second because there's no words here. So instead, I might thrive for 95% accuracy above that, above 95% accuracy, and above 4 keys per second. Because 4 keys per second would just be this. 4 keys per second at minimum is this. That's it. That's 4 keys. This is 4 keys per second. And if I can't do this, then that's a problem, which is why I prefer to go at the pace that I go at, just to make sure that I can get done what I need to get done, if that makes sense. And I also want to like hold myself to a certain threshold. Like I can just do this, and it'll give me a bunch of it'll give me like 8.8 keys per second, which is really fast. And then if I just really jam everything like this, it's going to give me an absurd number, like 43 keys per second, but at 14% accuracy. 191 errors, by the way. So we do not care about this getting any higher than at least 6. We just want between 4 and 6. My standard is to be at 5, maybe a maximum of 7. Anything above that is just a little absurd in my case because I have no idea how to type with QWERTY. Different kind of stream tonight, but it's just something that I've wanted to learn for a while. So okay, see that That is what I hope to strive for on average. I was really focusing and really trying to get that done. There's people that can most likely do this at like 100 words per minute, 100% accuracy, zero errors, and like 12 keys per second. That right there is what I strive for almost on every single one, or a maximum. Maybe that could be a little bit less because going that fast kind of causes some falters where there was none in this one, but there have been in the past. I would like to keep that at maybe 65. Lemonade. All right, let's go to this one now. This one is the one that trips me up a lot. The L's and semicolons, because they are fingers that I don't use very often when typing. Okay, so right there, we got 3 errors, 5.6 keys per second. We had an accuracy of 98.7% and a 62.6 words per minute. So what that tells me is I need to slow down and really feel which keys I'm pressing and which fingers my brain is telling me to move. So I'm gonna run this one a couple of times just to really lock in what my score is. I like to give myself 3 attempts, and I take the average of those 3 attempts in terms of accuracy and keys per second. So I'll pull up my calculator here. I will just do, wow, that's really enlarged. 98.7. We're going to start with accuracy. Actually, maybe there's like more of a calculator we can use. Well, yeah, we'll just do accuracy. We want the highest accuracy possible. That's what we're striving for. We're not really striving for speed because you can't really go fast if you don't know what keys you're pressing. So we're going to start with accuracy. So we're at 98.7, and I believe we should put the percents after it just because that would make the most logical sense. Oh shit. 98.7% plus. Okay, that just says 0. Okay, so I guess we can't do that. So we're just going to do 98.7. Now we're going to run it back and try that again. And hopefully get a better, if not similar score, because we're looking for a score equal to or greater than. And then we add 100 because we got 100% accuracy of 5.6 keys per second. So if you guys do notice, we had a lower words per minute that time, but we had the same keys per second and a higher accuracy. So what that tells me is that I stop and go slower in some places and speed up in others. We're going to add 100. We're at 198.7. And now we are going to give it one more final attempt. Here we go. All right, and our accuracy that time was 99.6, 5.4 keys per second, 1 error, and 63.5 words per minute. Again, we don't really care about the words per minute or the errors at this very moment, or the keys per second. We're kind of just focusing on the accuracy, but now what we can do is add an additional 99.6. That gives us 298. Then we divide by our total amount, which is 3. So our average accuracy for the keys L and semicolon is 99.4%, and that is not our overall total accuracy. That is just the accuracy that we have gotten from the data collected by this test that we have run on a 3-test regimen. More lemonade. So for me, this is relatively easy. The jump from here to here is where I get tripped up a lot, and this, you guys will see how much my performance falters when having to alternate between all 4 instead of just the 2. So as you can see right there, the accuracy is kind of out of there. 53 words per minute, 3 errors, 4.7 words per second, 98% accuracy, or keys per second. The errors here are marginally different because this is focusing on 2 keys, this is focusing on a separate 2 keys, and this is focusing on 4 different keys. So the errors is bound to go up, but what that tells us is that we have a room to grow at least. So they're not so much errors as they are like fluctuations in my ability to process information when it comes to typing. That information being what keys to press with what fingers. So for the average of this one, 99.43% is for exclusively I and J. I didn't really test it for this one because this one I already ran through a couple times. But we're going to put 98.9 in as our first one. 98.9, and we're going to click a plus because we're going to take the average of 3 run-throughs of JKL and semicolon again and see what that gives us. And we're going to compare that to the 99.4% accuracy we got previously when focusing just on L and semicolon. So we're going to start again. J, JLJ, J that, KJK, KLK, K semi, K, LJL, LKL, LSL, JJ, JK, JL. Nope. See, I messed up right there. And I messed up again. KJ, KK, KL, K semi. LJ, LK, LL, L semi, semi J, semi K, semi L, semi semi. So this time we got 97.3% accuracy. We made 7 errors, way more than we made last time, and we had a less words per minute and a less keys per second. So what we can safely conclude is that sometimes speed is not always the reason that we lose words per minute or keys per second or make a specific amount of errors. I think what we can factor in there is just the trying to get better than the last kind of 98.9. So we got 97.3. We let the past of what we want to achieve dictate, not really even dictate, just like subconsciously cause us to crash and falter just a little bit, but that's okay because we're going to run through it one more time and hopefully we get our bigger average. Broken probably type WSD with 100% accuracy at 300%. I'm not even sure. I barely use my left hand when it comes to typing, and I am only relatively good with my right hand, specifically at these two keys. But that's what we're here to do. We're here to learn and improve because that's what we would like to do. So we're going to be running our third round here, and hopefully we can get a higher keys per second, minimal errors, and a higher accuracy, and then we will take the 3 and divide. Let's begin. So what we got here was 97% accuracy. We made 6 errors and an average of 4.8 keys per second. We did make one less error than last time, but that is still 6 more errors than I appreciate of my own ability. But we're not focusing on that. We're exclusively focusing on our accuracy, not the exact number of errors. We want the total accuracy that we collected from the 3 trials. So we're going to add 97.7. We have 293. We divide that by 3, and we can see our average accuracy per run or per test was 97.96. If we round it up, it's 98. But because I want to stick to the exact, I want to go 97.96 was our total accuracy. So that is above our 95% threshold that we are holding ourselves to, but I would definitely like to improve on the 6 errors and the 4.8 keys per second. I know I said earlier that that didn't really matter to me, but if I'm going to hold myself to this kind of standard where I want to learn efficiently, I think the best way to do that is to trust my gut. And my gut tells me that I can probably do better than 97% accuracy on average with less than 6 errors. But we already ran through our 3 tests, so unfortunately we are going to have to move on, and we're moving on to the left hand, my non-dominant hand, where you guys are going to see my performance falter quite a bit. So let's get started. So what we got this time was actually quite surprising. 100% accuracy with 0 errors, 6.1 keys per second, and 73.3 words per minute. Now this is surprising considering on my right hand, my dominant hand, we're at 74 words per minute. On my left hand, we're at 73.7. We have 100% accuracy on both. And on my left hand, we're at 6.1 keys per second and 6.2 keys per second on my right. So the reason that's surprising is because I'm a right hand, I am mainly dominant on my right side. So the fact that I'm able to, on a first attempt, pull off the score tells me that this is a rare score and this will most likely not be replicatable until I get further practice, but we're going to put that in our calculator and continue with this experiment. Let's try it again. This time we got 63.5 words per minute, 98.2% accuracy. We made 4 errors and we had an average of 5.8 keys per second. So that's to be expected. Again, my subconscious, my psych was trying to get me to outperform my last one. Subconsciously, I believe I wanted to go faster because I believed that if I could do it the first time, I could do it the second time. That's not necessarily a bad mindset to have, but that just tells me that I was overconfident in my ability, and it's something to work on, so that's something we're okay with. But we're going to give it one last test before we calculate our average. This time we got 98.7% accuracy, 67.4 words per minute. We made 3 errors and we got a average of 6 keys per second. This is quite fast, but I believe the keys per second is kind of harming me here instead of helping, because I am subconsciously striving for speed over accuracy. But we are going to add the 98.7 anyways, and that gives us a total of 296. And when we divide that by 3, we have an average accuracy of 98.96. So that is our average accuracy percentage of the keys F and D on my left non-dominant hand. And that is honestly an overall pretty decent score for somebody who never learned how to type properly growing up. But this also comes with more challenges later down the line, like whether or not I will remember and have the muscle memory to achieve this score similar, less than, or greater than. So we are going to move on down the line to the next one, and these are S's and A's. This is where it gets really tricky, ladies and gentlemen, because this is already on my non-dominant hand, but now I have to focus on 2 fingers that rarely get used in any case, being my left ring finger and my left pinky finger. So this, in my opinion, is already a disaster waiting to happen, but we're going to give it we're gonna give it an attempt and just see what we can accomplish with this one. This one I have very low hopes for, but let's give it a try. I'm already messing up. So as we can see, similar to when we first did F and D, we got that lucky 100% accuracy at 59.6 words per minute. Most likely not going to be replicatable on the second or third attempt, but that is just the way that things are sometimes. 100 plus. Moving on to our second attempt. Also, I use my right hand thumb to click space when typing with left hand keys, and my left hand thumb when typing with right hand keys. This time we got a 99.1% accuracy at a slightly elevated words per minute, and slightly elevated keys per second. Now, I believe that is a decent score for my first time, but although it is a higher words per minute and keys per second, I am not pleased at the 0.9% accuracy loss because I am striving for accuracy, not speed or words per minute or keys per second. I am striving for the least amount of errors with the most amount of accuracy. Now, while I am human, I am prone to errors. It is in my best interest to minimize them. So with our final attempt coming up, we are going to run this back one more time before moving on. This time we had a similar 99.1% accuracy, 2 errors, 6.2 keys per second, and a staggering 70.6 words per minute. Now, again, with my last one, I genuinely wish that I had the trade-off of that 0.9% accuracy for a couple of words per minute. I would be happy with this going down to 65 or even as low as 62, even into the high 50s or low 50s, just to get that 0.9% accuracy. But beggars can't be choosers, and I'm prone to mistakes, and that's okay. So we are going to add the additional 99.1, and that gives us 298.2, so we're going to divide by 3, and this gives us an average of 99.4% for our average score in our 3 tests with the S and A keys. Where this one, we had pretty much the same score. We have actually had relatively similar scores across all of the tests that we have run, which just tells me that, I'm going at a steady rate. What's going on, Yedokram? The typing is going good. I'm drinking tea, or not tea, I'm drinking pink lemonade whilst I do so, and I have a Heath bar in front of me. This stream, I'm trying to dedicate myself to learn how to type properly, because I currently only type on average with 2 fingers on each hand, and I just want to learn how to type. So I'm doing 3 runs of every key or every little game or test here, and I'm doing 3 runs, and I'm taking all 3 accuracies, adding them up, and then dividing by 3 to get the average accuracy per run. And I do have a challenge at the end of this formula. I'm going to add the accuracies total across the entire page and then divide by however many there are. And that will give me my average accuracy across the board. So we're going to start with this one. We're going to get our calculator cleared, get ready. All right. We're going to start with the F, so we're doing F, D, F, E, S, A, S, A. Okay, see, this is about to be a challenge. What was A? A was Pinky, that's right. Okay, so for this one, I see cube type maxing, bro. Yeah, that's That's the plan. I hope to improve. So as you guys can see, this time I had an accuracy of 94.3%, which is just phenomenally not okay. I had 15 errors, and I was at a staggering low, 29.9 words per minute, 3.5 keys per second. I'm pretty sure I could type faster in middle school. 94.3% accuracy, boys. We can't do that. But we have to put it on the board. I like to strive for 95% or above, but I'm not going to break the rules of my own game. So we're going to put in 94.3%. What I'm going to do is, if my average accuracy by the end of this, if any of these do not reach the above 95% accuracy quota, then I'm going to keep reattempting them until they are reached. Because that is our goal, accuracy over speed. Once I get comfortable getting a standard and consistent accuracy, then and only then will I start focusing on reaching higher speeds for typing. Let's restart and get back into it. Oh boy, here we go. Okay, so this time we got 96.6% accuracy, very marginally, very a small margin above what our target accuracy of 95% is. I'm going to be completely honest, I do not think it is possible at this point for us to uh, achieve that 95% accuracy average, but there is still a possibility, and we should never, ever try and doubt ourselves. So we have one more test, and we are going to run it right now. Yeah, good luck to me, I suppose. This is going to hurt. Freezing so much, it's actually criminal. You'd think I'd be able to not freeze that much. 98.1% accuracy, 5 errors, 3.9 per second, 42.2 per minute. So as you can see, our errors did go down marginally by running that 3 times, and that kind of proves a hypothesis I've had in the back of my head, where even running it just a little bit amount of times kind of cements less and less possibilities for error. And while that's not a sound hypothesis, I believe that doing this is also kind of an experiment that we can run on that. But all in all, our accuracy was 98.1%, so we add the 98.1%, and that's 378 96.17, I believe. Hold on. We had the 190 plus 180. Now we had 94.3 for the first one, then 96.6, and then we had the 98.1. We had 98.1 to 190. We had 98.1 to 190.9. 190.9. 190.9 plus 98.1 equals 199. So we divide that by 3, and that gives us our, ooh, see, that hurts. I don't know if that's even right, because I can't even. So for this one, we're looking at the 9th. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we are on this one, I believe, right? Yeah, we're on this one. We're at the one at 100. So this was our first one. That was our first accuracy, our second accuracy, our combined first and second accuracy, our combined first and second accuracy plus our third accuracy for a different one. That gave us our average. So this was our first run, 94.3. And then our second one was 96.6. So we have 190.9, and we do 190.9 plus 98.1. Okay, so that's what we do. 190.9 plus 98.1. That gives us 289. Now we divide by 3, and our average was 96.3% accuracy. So that is still above the target goal I have set for myself, but that is still, in my opinion, almost a fail, which could be considered a fail given that it's closer to 95 than it is 100. And, you always kind of want to round to the 5s, at least in my case. But we're going to clear the calculator. I will take that as a very slim pass. And we're going to move down to 1.7. We use both hands. This is where the difficulty ramps up quite a bit. Like, quite a bit. I need some lemonade. Alright. How long have I been streaming? Only 45 minutes. Okay. Let's do it, folks. Let's give this a go. I already messed up. So this time it was actually slightly easier, and I think I have an explanation for that. Um, I mimic what I do on the right side, but on the left side in terms of my hands. I'm not looking at the keyboard, I'm looking at the screen, but subconsciously, when I know I have to switch to my left hand, I just mirror which finger is being pressed and I just go with it. But it's not so much as I consciously agree to go with it, it just happens. Like, this is what I feel like I should click, and I press it, and it works. So I believe my brain is just mirroring from right to left. I think that is, in the simplest explanation, it is the explanation, and it's a lower words per minute and keys per second, marginal errors, and 97% accuracy. That is still acceptable in my book. So 97.1 plus. Also, this is going to be a slightly shorter stream. It's probably only going to be around an hour, but that's just because I kind of want to do some job searching on Indeed after this, and I don't want to waste all night doing so. I'm going to practice some typing off camera and off stream after this. I'm going to re-go through a majority of these, but we are going to continue with our test 2 more times. Here we go. This one. Gotta get my keys, my hands in position. See, I'm still struggling with positioning. J, F, 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 J, 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 F, 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 J, 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 F, 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 K, 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 D, D, D. Okay, so this time I got 97.5 accuracy, which is relatively close to our first accuracy, a 0.4 accuracy difference, which means we marginally made around 2 errors difference between the 2 tests. Had kind of a brain fart there, sorry. So plus 97.5. We're at 194. Already looks promising as long as this stays above 190, I believe. We're in the clear for our 95% accuracy average, but I do not want to pin it all on this number here because things can change based on the last and final test. Let's go plus and give it our last go. Here's D again, this one. There we go. All right, that time I got 97.1, and that is legitimately the same score that I got the first time around. Check it out, 97.1, right there. So we add 97.1, and we get 291.7. We divide that by 3, and that gives us an average of 97.233, but 97.2 just to be safe. And that is our average accuracy for the JKL Semi FDSA. So we know that we completed above our average by just a smidge. We did kind of barely make it. I hate that I keep misclicking. So this was our average. We can see the totals from our earlier tests and assessments, but that is going to conclude the short stream that I had today. Just a quick learning how to type stream. So I really hope you guys did enjoy. For the folks on YouTube, consider hitting that like button down below and the subscribe button. And for the folks on Twitch, consider dropping a follow. I do not have a set schedule, so I do not know when I will be live next, but turn on notifications to figure that out.